Guys! Are you ready to do some more puzzles? Last time, or last play session, I don't know if it was last time, we did number 19, which was huge and really hard, and I felt really good when I beat it. All in one play session too. 1 2-hour play session. Now we're going upstairs to 20 and 21 over here, where the stairs are here. Hello.
Cornelius is never gonna forgive you for what you did to him. Just when he needed you the most, you shut him out.
I would do anything to undo that, anything.
That's the problem with prophets. They think they're the only ones who matter. That's why you wanted the theory of everything. Because it gives you power. You, just you, to do whatever you want. You haven't learned anything from your mistakes.
I was always going to share it. I wanted to empower everyone, not just myself.
Were you? Were you really? Were you ever gonna go back?
I don't know.
Yeah, more sad thoughts. But also, like, here's the thing. Athena didn't have an obligation to share the theory of everything with everyone. She had every right to keep it to herself and to let other people find it and find their way to it in their own way when they're ready. You know? Also, IRL, a theory of everything, is not going to be that great because we already have a theory of everything. It's called string theory. And you know what we can do with it? Absolutely nothing. There are 0 practical applications for string theory except that it accounts for all of physics. So, at least so far. There may be practical applications in the future. However, also the future of string theory may actually just not be about strings, because it happens to be that all theoretical mathematical physics is just kind of labeled string theory these days. That's sort of the tradition, the school of thought that we have right now. Find all 3 hidden dreams
Mother?
into the abyss.
Where are you?
That must be the positive
Where
ones.
am I? None of this seems real. What are these voices? I think they're lying to you.
Oh, is this actually Miranda? That might actually be Miranda. Interception. Yeah, you might hear, like, if you watch popular science videos on YouTube, you might hear... Oh, this is just straight up, you have to cross them. Oh my goodness. Let's hook this up. So I'm like, here's a thought. What if we hook this one to both of these and this? Can we do that? Can it reach all of them? It might not be able to. I don't think it can. Yeah, one connector and then I'm like, we'll use the other connector to strategically block beams and do things. Looks like that's not gonna work. Yeah, so if you watch pop science, you might have heard things like, oh, string theory is not even wrong. It's not even science. And ideas like, well, okay, well, string theory has dominated physics and physics is stagnated because it can't get past string theory. Oh, hey, look, there's a gate here. It takes time for this, right? Yeah. What if I go through this window? Well, I won't be able to get a red in there. Maybe I can do it like this. Oh, I can hit both of those with one if I put it here. Anyway, I need to finish my thought because I brought something up and I was going to address it. Like the thing about string theory is it is mathematical relations. It is mathematical descriptions that lead to physics as we know it. That's literally what string theory is. We connect this. And I think what I want to do is, if I can do this. Oh, but I won't be able to run fast enough for this. No, dang it. I wanted it to be like, oh, it's still blocking it. Okay, that doesn't work. And most of physics, believe it or not, most of physics is mathematical ideas that underlie reality. I don't really want to put it that way, but like abstract math that if you do enough math on math, then you get things like particles and fields and forces and the stuff of physics. String theory does that too, and it leads to more physics than anything else. So it leads to all the particles and the standard forces, and also gravity, which no other theory of physics does. The problem is it doesn't make any new predictions to test it, at least not yet. Or it has made some predictions and we haven't found the predictions. That doesn't mean they're not real, it just means they're not within our experimental capabilities yet. So, all this to say, I'm talking about this, I'm having trouble using my brain for two things at once, solving the puzzle and talking about string theory. All this to say that I have nothing against string theory. I think it's perfectly valid, perfect legitimate scientific theory. It may be before its time, because we may be able to test it 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, but not right now. And so there's a lot of there's an easy way to gain popularity on the internet by saying, oh, the experts are wrong, and you can do this with string theory. A lot of people do this with string theory. They're like, oh, the string theorists are dogmatic, they're not letting anybody else into physics. And I think those people are attention seekers. I don't, some of them do good work, but like, you know, you can do good work alternatively without being like that. And there is another theory called loop quantum gravity, which is not as well developed or as powerful as string theory, but it is also another theory of everything that has currently zero practical use. And the person, Carlo Rovelli, who developed it and continues to develop it, is extremely polite about string theory. He's not saying the string theorists are all like, oh, nobody's taking me seriously. No. He's just like, yeah, I have this theory too. And of course, there's all the institutional stuff, like you have to have good status as a scientist and a reputation and all the papers and be associated with a good university and all that stuff. But all this to say that if you hear me say we have a theory of everything and it's string theory, there's nothing wrong with string theory, despite what people on the internet might say. So, we've got options. We can laser block lasers. We can attach to two things at once, and that prevents it from going. But that one's already there. So we'll have to open this again. Now it's open, and the question is there a way I can turn this one red and heat myself and get in here? Maybe if I do it like this, but then that won't. What if, instead of attaching this one directly to blue, I attach it to this one? No, yeah. I attach it to this one, which is also attached to blue. But I also attach it to red. I'd have to go somewhere like here. I can reach that. And then this one has to attach to blue. So I stand here, and it's blue. Oh, dang. That's right, the crossing. I'd have to open this first. Which would not be feasible when this is connected to red. I could also see it through this window. Like if I could open the red. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll open the red. Not a good angle for this. I open the red, now it stays open. Alright, now I can connect this to blue. And connect this one to blue. And it's not blue, of course. Oh, no. I see the problem. Because now if I block this and turn that one blue, it works. I can run. Oh, it immediately turns off. Never mind. Alright, I was like, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna get through here and then it's gonna switch. Nope. That might work if I were blocking it. If I were like shining a laser through it. But that didn't work. Okay. So we've got the red goes to there and the blue goes to there. This is about as simple as it can possibly get. I mean, the next puzzle, they're just gonna have, like, you have to cross a red and a blue just in an open field with two connectors, and that's all it is. Alright, let's get this one open. Okay. Now... like, is there any way that I can block it and run through quickly? Can I? I have to get the red through, though. I have to get a red laser through. But it doesn't have to be until after I'm in there. So what if I set up a laser that's already blocking something? Like, what if I connect here and I, like, already block red? Well, I can't block that one from red. And I can't block it from blue either. Because there's a gate there. I can grab blue. I can put it there from here. And I can grab red, but I can't get a red beam through here. But I don't need to get a red beam through here. Here we go. If I hit this and then go through here and I stand in the way, and then I run. Oh, nope. Dang it. Gotta be careful. Also gotta not connect more than you can chew. Alright, back slowly. Do not step out of the laser path. Get as close as we can. Now it's going to take some time before it breaks it, right? So now we want to run around. That's the wrong button. Let's try that again. This may be too far to run. Like, how far over here can we go? Not very. Oh! I'm gonna try it a couple more times because this may be the answer. Is that making it? Yes. Left side is the run button. Run! That's what happened. I must have clicked the stick or something. Oh, so close. This may be it. It's called interception. That's a sports term, right? I don't know sports. Yeah, moving that one won't make a difference. You really have to be standing in the beam when you put it down. This music is so gorgeous! Damian Mravanok. I'm sure I mispronounced it. Genius composer. Alright. Run button is here. Go! Dang it. And I keep clicking it. It is the left stick. That's why I'm clicking it. I don't know if this is it, guys. I am very close, but I'm not close enough. I could try a few more times, but this isn't a... This is a puzzle game. It's not an action game. And another thing is, like, if I could connect it directly to the red, but then I was connecting partway to the blue, oh, then I'd have more options. I'm gonna try it again. Alright, standing in the right spot. Maybe if I give myself a little bit of a running start with some momentum, that'll make enough of the difference. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's try something else. It felt so good though. It felt like it might work. Alright, so this in here could do something for us. Because we can switch this while we're in here. We can turn it off. And that was another thing, like we could block this beam, but then we can turn the blue one off, which lets the red one through by removing that one. Alright, what if we also, well, connecting there does nothing because there's a gate. Okay. Another possibility is if we take this one out and we do like a... Here we go. Oh no, right. This one has to... Oh, it also has to hit the source, but you know. This one has to hit the red. And you can't hit both red and blue at the same time. Well, this is it. Am I doing anything now? Like if this is connected and this is connected, and I also connect it to red, is this going to be worse? It's not blocking it. It's also not connected over there though. If I connect it here as well, is that going to run into the same problem? Yeah, it's just going to be blocking this source. Oh, it's red and blue at the same time. Can we do something with this? Now if we take this away, it's still red and blue at the same time. If we had a third connector and we set it up so that it was one connector away from both red and blue, it was red and blue at the same time, then we took away one of the connectors, then it would just be red, because we would be eliminating its source of blue, of course. And that does nothing. Alright, I'm currently stuck forever. This was a mistake. Alright, let's try this again. So our first easy path is like this. So maybe we want our path to be like this. Turn that off. We've got it open. So if we've tried crossing the things, like let that open and then run over here. It's not, we're just barely not quite fast enough. Even if we go like all the way over here. Yeah. So that's, well, let's assume that's not the solution. It's called interception, which could be in, our body intercepting the beam. It could be a beam intercepting the beam. Okay, so we need red. Okay, let's start off with red here. We've got red here. Now we can have red over here. No. Okay, good. It's hitting the tool, not the beam. Wait, so if it's hitting the tool, and we take the tool away. Oh, it's not even gonna hit that. Oh, now it's still not working. We move this one up this way. Now we have more space. And now we can reach it through that door. That might help us. Might help us. No. No, because if we block the red beam here, if we block the red beam through this door, then that door closes eternally. I mean, just keep trying. Ah! I made it. Okay. It works. Ha! Well, now that I know that it works, I'm gonna solve the puzzle that way. My headphones are doing a thing. The left one turned off. That doesn't reach, does it? That one also doesn't look like it reaches. One might reach. That one will reach. Made it! Here we go. Alright, if you solve that one differently, let me know how.
Tell me of your journey, Byron, in the days after Athena left the city. Have you been happy? Have you been well?
Looking back at it, I think mostly I failed.
You led the expedition to the island. If Athena is saved, it will be thanks to you. So you have not failed yet, my child.
Alright, at first glance looking through here, it looks easy. We just block the lasers and we get a green one here. It's not going to be that easy. So, the first problem is we have to get a color into one of these. And all the sources are over here. So unless we can get something through the door, which we might be able to. I don't know. No, probably not. One of you did tell me that time when I smuggled a green laser in from another puzzle, you're not supposed to do it that way. And I saw Keith Ballard do it by having tools block lasers like this. That's something that I hadn't thought of. So I will need a red and a blue and a green. And I will need to block all these lasers. So I will also need to have something else here. So here we are. How could this be set up so that it works? Like if I go there, then we'll have a couple issues. If I go here and there and there and there, this one. All right, we've made a little progress. So this one would have to get all the way to here and block this beam. Well, nah. Yeah. Maybe I don't want to attach to the blue source with this one. Okay. Maybe I want to attach to this one instead. Did I just do it? Easy puzzles. I thought I was gonna have to come in here and stand in front of some of these so the beams could get through, but no, it just works. You just set up the tools in the configuration that they'll block everything, and they do. We're getting there, guys. We're almost there. Whoa, that's a bit more of a fall than I expected, but here we go. All right, on to puzzle 22. Is it going to be as hard as 19? Anything to find around it? If I send the camera through here, do I find an Easter egg? Wisdom is knowing that loving the world is enough. I think I would agree with that. I would classify knowing that loving the world is enough as wise. I wouldn't say it's all there is to wisdom, but it's some of what there is to wisdom. Also, me being 32, I definitely know all that there is to wisdom. I am a wise old sage of the universe. Leviathan. Put it a little higher so we can see what we're doing. There's a blue source and a blue thing. There's a red source here and a red thing. Let's do that first. And we can put the driller on the other side. So is there a way to, like... Actually, let's go put the driller on the other side. I'm wondering if there is a way to get all these items in here. Oh, yeah, there's a red thing here. It's easier than I thought. Perhaps. Oh, there's a gate, though. Okay, so not quite so straightforward. What's this for? And what's this for? It makes some barriers go up? Well, we can find out what the blue does right now. Maybe hitting both of these will open this door. So, yeah, here we are. Connect that to there. Now we don't need to open it from this side anymore. We just connect right through to here. This is cool. Feels a little easy for this point of the game, but we haven't seen it before. Using 2 tools to get them all in here. All right, now are we gonna have to cross the sources and stuff? No. We just go straight there. I wonder if there is a way. Oh, well, whatever. I wonder if there is a way to cross beams on a level ground, or if that's categorically impossible. I see. Nice. So they close those doors to signal to you that you don't need to keep the lasers pointed at them. What does this do? Just open stuff? Hi. You want me to like jump up these or something? What happens if I'm like between them? There's a green one. We haven't seen any green source. Anything over here? A red, a blue, a green, another connector. There's a red over there. Oh, the Unreal Engine graphics doing some dithering. At least I think that's dithering. Motion blur, maybe? I don't know. Can we use this on anything else? Doesn't even want to register these things. We'll bring this over here just in case. We can see a blue source. Now, if we had a red connector right here, we could see through to like right here. That would not be able to get that. We can hit a blue like this. But a red is going to be a problem. That's okay. Blue is enough. There we go. Oops. Alright, and now that we've done a whole bunch of puzzles in this zone, we know how to break the beam and take the elevator. Very easy. This is a neat design. And we also want this to go up. We need a red source somewhere. I feel like I'm missing something. Nothing here. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Red source? No. No, it's not. We could probably hit this. No. Getting the red source from out here is going to be a challenge. What's over here? Nothing. What's in here? A door that we can see from this side. A source. Well, I think we'll want that. So we would need green over here. let's see if we can put this over here and get the red source with that. I think this might work. Give ourselves plenty of space, put that in a place, hopefully where it doesn't interrupt anything. There's a red, there's a blue. We make ourselves a green. If we can. How far to the left can you go? Can we go back? No, we can't. There we are. We got ourselves a green. Now we also need a blue. We need to do it in such a way where we can actually see this green. No. We've got green. So I got the tools confused. Now we just need to take the green over here. That is something on the brain. Hey, those two are moving in sync. Almost. Not anymore. I wonder if this is supposed to mean something. Or if the creators are just like, that looks cool. Alright, now we know what we want to do with this. Now we can do all kinds of cool we can do all kinds of mischief. This is gonna go up though, right? Oh yeah, it's not going straight, but we don't actually have to place the tool down right there. It's not gonna work. We put this here, and we connect this like we did before. Now we just take this. We want it connected, but we can take it up here with us. This is cool. So we're inventing devices. And then what's over here? I don't know. There we go. And that's how we power that. Does it help us to win? Probably, actually. Yeah, so now we want to hit that one as a green, which we can probably do very easily. If we hit this blue and that red, and then ride the elevator up and place it here. Oops, didn't want to connect there, but that's fine. But we also have to be aiming that way. What happens if we're standing in the blue? They're both on! Yay! Does this break it? It does. But does that matter? No, we win. That was cool. Preview for Talos 3.
This language of creation that Athena discovered, what's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the incarnation of the sublime beauty of mathematics. Through it, all things become beautiful. Every movement of every particle is a revelation, and everything that lives is holy.
Yeah, so that is very true. I don't know. Okay, I said the thing. I don't know if I stand by the thing I just said. But there is something about math that is able to describe the world in ways that we really can't with words. So if you look at an equation and you understand what it means, you can read it like a sentence. That is an extremely powerful... What was that? Here's some ghosts screeching. It's an extremely powerful way of seeing the world. Are you drowning?
Maybe you don't believe in any of it. Have you ever considered that? All your optimism? Your vaunted humanist spirit? Maybe it's all a facade. Maybe you just want it to be true. Because it's comforting to think that humanity might be good, and meaning is something you can create. But that's not facing the truth, because the truth is that none of it has any value at all.
No, you're wrong. Maybe I ruined everything. Maybe they would destroy themselves, but Alexandra was right. Humanity is good. I still have faith. If only in that.
There we go. That's some of the philosophy that I was talking about. And yeah, we found ourselves an Easter egg. Lots of hammers. Probably a Serious Sam Easter egg. I've never played one of those games. I never plan to. I'm not a shooter person in general. From what I've seen of the gameplay, it's just like hordes and hordes and hordes of ridiculous demons and ridiculous weapons, which I'm sure a lot of people find awesome, but it's not for me. Also the fact that if I use a mouse on a computer in a first-person game, it gives me motion sickness, and I can't aim worth shit using sticks. What do we have here? What is the difference between Olympus and the Abyss? Did the gods ascend to its heights, or did they fall into the sky? Yeah, if you think of Olympus, the Olympian gods, as just like tantrum-throwing immortals who don't care about mortals, and they just are at the whims of their passions, and they just destroy a bunch of people because they feel like it every now and then yeah, it's like, is the place where they live really a holy place, or is it just like more Earth but more powerful? What was I going to say? Something about, oh yeah, the philosophy of meaning and are we good, are we evil? And I think I said this in the main game as well, but like, without us, there isn't a concept of good and evil. And so, I mean, you might say without us there's no concept of matter, there's no concept of objects, there's no concept of any of that stuff, but good and evil is kind of different in some ways in meaning, in that it only kind of makes sense in reference to consciousness and awareness. And so that was a very abstract thing that I said, but what I'm getting at is that, like, good and evil come from us and the fact that we exist and we think about these things. Without life, without people, well, maybe with animals there's good and evil, but like without life, there isn't any good and evil. It does there's not the substance of it for there to be any of it. So the question, to me, the question of is humanity good, is humanity evil, is a weird question, because the concept of good and evil comes from us. Yeah, I don't know if I articulated it back in the main game. I don't know if I articulated it very well right now. The same is kind of true for meaning as well. I don't think I mean that it can only be human. I think that if there's other aware entities in existence, I think it would apply to them too. Like they would also have good and evil, and they would also have meaning. But the idea of is humanity good, is humanity evil, like doesn't make sense to me, because we are where the substance of good and evil comes from. And so yeah, we can be good and we can be evil because both of them are aspects of our nature. And no matter what we were like, and no matter what any intelligence is like, they have, well, maybe not any, but there would be like substance of good and evil existing because they exist. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Hopefully I didn't contradict myself, and if I did, you can all make fun of me in the comments. My view of ultimate reality is that what survives survives, and what exists, what continues to exist, continues to exist. And what do I have to do? I have to get through all of these? They can be cycling. So do I want to make a clock and cycle through these? Can I even do that? There seems to be only one source. Oh no, there's more tools. Okay. So first let's get through these three. So I view morality as, for one, it's not one thing. There are many moralities, and they have all evolved as sort of like collective, I don't know, I don't want to say collective consciousness, but like power. Oh, the tool's way over there. I'm saying random words without any meaning behind them. Morality is a thing that evolves. Let's see, can I see any other reds from that one? Can I see any other blues from this one? I can. I can see that blue. I can see that red. I found a way. So, bedrock reality is what exists, right? And what exists changes. And morality changes along with it. Morality evolves too. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so there's a green or a blue and it's all the way over here. That is kind of obnoxious. What if I can switch this? Do I want to switch? What if I can hit this one with, I think I got an idea. I hope I don't make any triangles, or any crosses, I mean. Like I can hit this with this as well, and it doesn't break anything. And I can also, can I hit this with this one as well? No. I can hit this one with this one. I cannot hit that one anymore. Is anything not hitting anything? I think I've got enough doors open that I can get back through to my connector. So now, what if I attach this? It does nothing, because it's one remove. But what if I set this all up? What if I set this all up so that when I switch it, so yeah, now what if I don't connect this to here, but I connect it to there? And then when I get over there, I switch it. No, that's not gonna work, because then this will have no source. So this one can hit that blue. And then this one, can it hit red somewhere? Like that red? This one's a blue, red, blue. I need to hit a blue over here, which means that this cannot be striking anything over there. So let's eliminate that to begin with. Now there's a blue over here. Okay. Can I hit it like through here? No. Can I hit the blue through there? No. So it could be that I want to like switch the order of these so that when I get to the other side, like I want to go past here, and then when I'm over here, I want to do something with this connector so that it like switches the colors of all these. This is the puzzle of running back and forth. Yeah, so that. So I want to switch this to blue. I want to switch this to red. And I want to switch this to blue. Which I can do. If I go back to my original idea of having it attached to that one. No, I may actually not be able to do this. Because my thought is, what if now I take this away and then I attach it to this one? That's not going to work though. And I can do it. The problem is it crosses here. Yeah. However, no, I can use this one to hit that, and then I'm good. Okay. I got it. So we attach this here. And we just deselect this one from here. And now we go and win. Man, they saved the easiest puzzles for that. Hit you there. And you there. And there. And then this dotted line is nothing. And something's... Oh yeah, it's this dotted line. And that's everything. Let's go!
So close. Just one more.
I could have been doing this the whole time. Just one more. You know what? I'm going to do it in another play session because I want to finish this afterwards and give my final thoughts. And I want to be in the brain when I do that, you know? I want to have the brain power to do it justice. See you then. Alright, I'm back. It is time for one last puzzle, number 23, which should be right over here. Guys, there's only one more puzzle in the DLC. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done with Talos Principle 2. One-way link. In some ways it's exciting. That means I get to play something else, but in other ways, this is one of the best puzzle franchises in existence. And it is extremely fun. On connect. Why does it not say it's connected to that one? Oh, maybe I misunderstood the icon. What happened? Why did it block this? Or did it start out blocked? It did start out blocked. Okay, now that's red. This is open? Yes, exactly what I needed. I don't want that to be open, actually. That is the last thing I want to be open. It's a bridge. Made the bridge go away. Is this a switch I can flip? No. It's just a NOT gate. Okay, that's not how you do it. How does this open? By not having this powered. Alright. If we go up here, this is just... We have to go here to win, right? Oh, hey, look. Alright. I cannot get back up there unless I do something. That... What did it do? Is this the same switch? It's the same switch. Okay. Now we have blue here and not red there. Okay. So now we can open this side. If we switch it, now it closes this. All right. So we want it to be switched, but we don't, when it's switched, we don't want, oh, there's another tool up there. Okay, let's get that tool. Unnecessary extra connector, but whatever. I guess we can't grab it, can we? Probably placed there specifically so we can't. Okay, what can we do with this? We can invert something. So what I want to do is I want to have this open, and I want to be able to flip the switch and go through that barrier without falling through. Looks like we need to not allow the bridge to be gone. So if I can go like... Is there a way to do this? No, that's just not work. It makes it red. We want this red not to reach. So that's exactly not what we want. This should make it blue. We want it to be blue. So if we switch it, this one will be blue, which will probably, that one will be red. Yeah, that one's red. Does that turn off? No, that's fine. And then if we switch this, it does literally nothing. Are they both connected to this barrier? Do they both need to be attached at once? It's red. Oh, is this literally just doing nothing? No, that one's blue. This switch is doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Nothing is changing. Alright, I don't suppose I could like bring one of those up here. No. Purple. There's not a lot we can do. If I attach this one to here, then it doesn't work at all. Like, we can't have one here, block it, then hop in here, and go fast. I don't think that's enough time for anything. Also, we don't want this red one to get triggered, I think. Yeah, that red one is bad. What about... Wait. That's powering itself. Do we need that blue one? No, it's powering itself. Okay. Can we get this one to power itself? No, does it need to be red? How does this open? We've been able to open it, right? Does it open if that's blue? I need to figure out what everything does. Am I stuck? I might be stuck. That one is stuck on red. It cannot be changed. Let's restart it. I restarted it and it's still working. Still red. Oh, this. Right, that. Okay. Now that is being blue. Okay. So if we switch that up there, well, we tried that, didn't we? Okay, it's red. We can go up here. But if we switch this, it opens one of two doors. Okay. And how do we open the other door? Do we... So which one of these opens up the floor? If we make this red? We make that red. So we don't want it to be red. What if we make this blue? That opens the door. All right. So we need this to be blue on one side. Wanted to see if I could bump it. We need this one to be blue. And we need to switch it so that this one is blue. Because if this one is red... If this one is red, then it opens. Yeah. We want to start with this red. Then we want to switch it so that it makes this one blue. Is that easy? I guess it's already red. And that one's already blue. But we have to switch it. Why is it not working? That one needs to be blue. Right? What does this one being blue mean? Does it open one of these? This switch opens one of those. I can't remember. What does this change? That one's still blue. Alright. Okay, I confused myself. I lost myself. Okay, the only one active right now is this one on red. That opens this one, this first one here. What if we make this one red? That one red opens the floor. Alright, what if we make this one blue? It opens one of these. If that one's blue. What if this one's blue? It opens the other. Okay. So we want this one to be red. Then we want to flip a switch so that both of them are blue. Yeah, we want this one to not be red. We want to flip a switch so that both of them are blue. So the question is, how can we make this non-symmetrical? How can we have the beams go one way, but not the other way? And we have to use the inverter somehow. Like, can we set it up so that this is like right here? That would just turn it off though. Problem is, if we block it like this, then it's blocked both ways. We want that to be blue, yes. We also want this one to be blue, which it will not be. Yeah, it's still red. Okay, the problem one is this red. We want this one to be red and the other one not to be red. Then we want to switch it and they're both blue. What is this puzzle called? One-way link. Yeah. So we have to figure out how to make a one-way link. That does nothing. That also does nothing. That just switches the one that it breaks on. Is there anything asymmetrical? There's these pillars over here. Are they... This pillar doesn't have a gate by it. So that's the only asymmetrical thing I can think of. But it'd be kind of pointless to link something over here. I mean, unless we're gonna go zigzagging, which I guess maybe we can. But that doesn't reach all the way back behind the pillar. Yay! I made it blue. And this one also blue. Right, I see. It comes in here. This one is a knot, and this one is just a wire. This texture is different. Oh no, it's not. Even if it were, it wouldn't matter. Oh, do we want to start with this up there? Because, like, what if we, like, attached this to start with? And then that's not attached when we go there. Will this do it? Because if we switch it, it'll turn the blue. And it will not turn this red, right? We don't want this to be red. Did I just do it? Let's think about this. Let's talk about this. So right now it's red, which means this one is open. When we flip it up there, it is going to turn this one off and turn this one on. So then it's going to shoot blue out here and hit this. And this thing is going to fall down. And the blue is going to go through it and become red over here. Wait. Do we want both of them to be blue? Am I doing something wrong? Did I misremember something? It's the red one over here that's the problem, right? I missed something. Now it's red. Right, we want that one to be blue as well. So we don't want this one to be red anymore. So by opening this, could we have these attached to each other? Ah. I feel like I'm on the right track with having opening this door occur when I'm up there. The question is, how can I do anything with that? Because, like, if I attach this directly over to there, that just makes it red. And that opens the floor. I can't get to the switch over here. So we need it to be not connected. But we need it to be directly connected when we flip the switch. That makes this blue and makes this blue and has both of these blue, keeping the doors open. So here is something we can do. The only way we can connect anything to this is if we connect both of these to it, right? So if we connect them now, then what? But if we connect it asymmetrically. That's gonna be no good, right? It'll be no good because... Well, what if we also attach there? Yeah. Switch it. But that still makes the red go. And that's just worthless. We just deselect that one. It turns this off. We don't want it to turn off though. We want it to be blue. We want it to switch from red to blue. But this one did not be red at all. So it really seems like we need to use this somehow. Like this needs to be the connection. The problem is, when it's blue, we need this to be a direct connection. Because the only way to make this be blue is if that door is open and there's a direct connection through. Because if this barrier is open, then we absolutely cannot make a blue because it goes straight source to red to red. And we couldn't interfere with that at all. We could not interfere with that at all because it's just directly to the source. The only way would be to connect this one directly to the other source, and that would just turn it off. That would not allow us to make blue. So this barrier has to be closed. So we have to go up while this barrier is open and it's red. Well, the only thing we have to do is go up while this barrier is open. No, and this cannot be connected. So I'm not thinking of something here. This adds an extra element. We can't get it. We can't like put it somewhere else to put the elements out of order. Because in order for it to even be in the circuit, it has to be between these two connectors, because these two connectors are the only thing that we can attach to it. Which means when we're over here, if this one is blue, we need a straight shot over there. Yeah, the problem is, the difficulty is we need both of these to be the same color when we're up there, we flip the switch and then make both of these the same color, which means we have a straight shot all the way through. What if we like connect both of these to one side, but only one of the... Oh, here's an idea. What if we do something like this? And also this. And then both of these to here. Obviously, well, oh, that's symmetrical again. But like this. So like, is there a way we can make it go through here one way but not the other way by like order of connections? So like when it's coming from here, it hits the connector, these two connectors, then goes around, and then goes over there. But when it comes this way, it hits the connector and goes straight. It's like one of these ways. No, that's a problem, is that both ways now, it's still just going to take the straight path. Yeah, it's still going to take the straight path. But like my question is there a way to set this up so that like one way, can I like block it so that it goes through? What am I even thinking? I want to block one of the connectors going one way. This is symmetrical, so it's going to do nothing. So my thought is like, what if we can get the laser coming through so that it like takes one path this way, but takes the other path going back? So like, what if we set it up so that... I don't think we can do that though. How can I articulate what I'm thinking? Like, if we go one through here, if we do it this way, that's 1, 2, 3. But then we also connect this one to here. That makes it an order of operations thing. So if it's coming this way, oh no, it's just always going to go the shortest path. Huh. But my thought was, what if we can incorporate this in so that like one way it's blocked? Yeah, so like we're going the red way, then it like splits and then recombines. And when it recombines, it's two colors at once, so it turns off. I guess I need to try it green for that to have any merit. Green? I mean blue. We have to try it actually doing it. So the problem here is that it just hits both blue from both sides. Why is it hitting blue from both sides? Oh, because it's both coming from here. So it's hitting blue from both sides and doing nothing. But if we switch it, now it's hitting red from one side. So it's asymmetrical. Now if only we could get this to be all the way down here. But the only way I know of to do that is to connect this directly over here. Alright, now it's just going red from both sides. Yeah, the problem is it's an inverter. So it just, when we switch this, it keeps the other side red. Alright, we don't want to connect this here, because then that just turns this one red. Ha. I don't suppose we can use connection to here to block anything. We wouldn't want to block anything. So I'm thinking, what if we connect this one to here, but have this one in the way? But that wouldn't change anything. All right, we've got ourselves one hard puzzle at the end. We have to go up, flip a switch, and change something. When we flip the switch, this door can open, and an inverter falls down. But the inverter is useless to us. The inverter makes this red. No, it makes this red, which it's already red, and we don't care. So if the two sides are connected by inverter, switching this does literally nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing at all. So what can the inverter possibly do? Is there any way we can connect to the inverter that it doesn't go from this one to the inverter to that one? I think the answer is no. This does nothing, it's symmetrical. So what are, let's think about the possible connections. We got basic connection, one side to one side. Then we got this connection, but there's a broken laser up there, it does nothing. Then we got disconnect this. We got connected over to here, which does this does literally nothing, and this one also does nothing. And then we got those combined, which is still, this one's doing literally nothing. And then we got all these, which is utterly pointless. And then we got all of them minus that one, in which case one of these and that is redundant. And I think that's all the possible combinations we could have with this. I mean, there's also like nonsense ones like that. Yeah, another thought would be, what if we can get opposite color beams to match right here? I guess it's not quite symmetrical on both sides, because one is shooting a laser, the other is receiving it. Okay. So here we've got it broken, but that's because it's coming from, it's bouncing off of this one and coming back here. Yeesh. Oh, well, here we go. We can use this to block something. All right. Well, let's start with a red. And then can we block the path by attaching through here? I think we can. Have we done it? I think we've done it. And then, no. Because it also blocks it coming back. Yeah, it also blocks it coming back. I say, yeah, we've blocked it on this side. Is there anything else we can do? Can we also attach this one over there? No. Can we attach it over here? No. Can we attach this one over there? It is already attached over there. So, could we, like, turn this off? Yeah, could this one... Okay, we might still want to have the idea of it being in the hatch. So it's red now. We go up, and then we turn it blue. Nothing happens now. Actually, something is... That one's open. We need it also to get blue over there. Yeah, so we need some way... Oh, here we are. Just connect this one here. That should work, right? No. No, why is it not working? Now what's happening? It just has a straight shot through the inverter. Oh, no good. No good. I feel like I'm closer now, though. Because here we're blocking it. But if we do attach here, does it make it blue? No, it bounces here and then comes back here. That's the problem. It's the order of things. What if I want to put it on put it the other way? So that will not turn on over there. If we attach this, that makes it blue, and if we switch it, it makes it red, right? Yeah. So this is like nothing. What if we attach it to you? It doesn't block it. But what if we switch it? It does block it. Okay, this is the wrong block, but we got it. I think we got it. Okay, we need to hook both of these to that side. One of them, no, we need to hook both of them to that side, one of them to that side, and then, we're so close. Just swap everything. That's the one I need to block. So this shouldn't matter. Just turn it off because I feel like it. They're both blue. They're both red. Why does it not work this time? What's different? They put the wrong one on the block. I had it backwards. Alright, this one is not red. Now, they're both blue. Okay. Okay. So when it's coming this way, we've got two red beams going up there. That's doing nothing. And this one, because it's coming from over there, it's blocking. But then if we switch it, we've got one blue beam coming over here, which goes up there and over there and bounces over here and does not block it because the blocking lasers is, this one's being shut off by hitting red and blue both sides. Oh my goodness. And I would say I should spend some time really learning this, but this is the last puzzle. So if we don't remember this by Talos 3, it should be okay.
Welcome, welcome.
The spelling.
Who are you? Don't you recognize me? I mean, you? How is this possible? This place is a loop, Byron. Eventually, you loop back on yourself, so here I am. And here you are. I need answers. Oh, answers. Answers. It's always answers with you, Byron, isn't it? Because you have to know everything. Because you deserve to know everything. And everyone else just has to deal with it. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. All of New Jerusalem. Oh, really? Then why are you here solving puzzles instead of out there helping your friends? Is it because you want your mummy? Is it because you're oh so sad because mummy left you and she didn't tell you why? It's not that simple, isn't it? What you can't get over is why she didn't tell you she was leaving. That has nothing to do with the city. It's just about your ego. Okay. You know what? Fine. Call it ego. After everything we went through, why not tell me? Why not take me along? Maybe she was just tired of you and your pathetic clinginess. Oh, Mummy, tell me what to do. Tell me what to think. Maybe she thought you'd finally grow up and actually do something instead of just complaining. I've done a lot more than just complain. It's not easy trying to push back against the momentum of history. Have you? Sure, you annoyed Herman into letting you play Explorer, and then you got your hand stuck on a magic table and missed half the expedition. Great job. Meanwhile, New Jerusalem is falling apart. That's why we need Athena. Athena can't even save herself. You have a point. Well, you may be some sort of digital psychosis, but you're not entirely wrong. I didn't live up to my principles. I let my personal insecurities get in the way. I should have stepped up and taken responsibility. Responsibility? What makes you think you're cut out to lead? What makes you think anyone even respects you? Oh, shut up. You're just trying to draw me back into the loop. It won't work. We're not done here. Yeah, we are. Thanks for the life lesson. Now, go away. I have things to do.
So yeah, that went into a little bit of the philosophy that I was thinking the Somnodrome would.
What's happening? 1K?
No voice pack yet.
So that's why you were different. You literally confronted yourself. Must have been quite the experience.
I wouldn't exactly recommend it as a leisure activity, but it was necessary. I was stuck in a loop as much as Athena was.
We all were, I think, including myself. You know, you said something to me. I said, we don't need the theory of everything to be happy. And you said, it was never just about happiness. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because I knew I was right, that we could find happiness without expanding. But what if we needed more? What if a happy life and a good life aren't the same?
And did you figure out an answer?
No. And I'm still not sure what you're doing is right. But if I just sit around moping without actually participating...
Then you're making the same mistake I did. We swapped positions. That's funny.
I find it kind of embarrassing. But look, the truth is, I don't really know what we should do. But I do know that we were always at our best when we were together.
Amen to that. It's good to have you back, Al. Or
That was
we
cool.
could just take off and dump all the responsibility on 1K again.
We did hold up well under pressure.
Yeah, our puzzles. So yeah, I wonder if we would have even been let out if we had tried to go for the exit before solving that last puzzle. It might have been like, oh, you're actually still stuck here. Might have gotten some story from that. But of course I went for all the puzzles because, of course I did. And it seems that has been the DLC of Talos Principle 2. We are done with this game. It was a lot of fun. I feel like it was a good length. I feel like the main game was a good length. I feel like the DLC was a good length. I'm happy to be moving on to something else, but I am glad that I played it. I'm glad I played all of it. Alright, so final thoughts for the DLC as a whole, or actually just Into the Abyss. I do wish Into the Abyss had been more philosophical. It ended up being very much a character story, which is great, and I loved it, but it felt like it wasn't so much in the spirit of Talos Principle, you know? It felt like it was more just a story. And with any other game, that would not be a criticism. It just because it feels like it's something different from the rest of what we got. And I do feel like there is a little untapped potential. But they did touch on it, you know, looking into the abyss, seeing all the horrors and figuring out how to continue on and continue existing and find meaning despite all that. Yeah, they did touch on it, so I'm glad for that. In interviews, the developers have said they're interested in making a Talos Principle 3. And of course, there's hints in this game, like with the anomaly and the ways that they're developing into the future, that of course there could be material for the game story-wise.
This was the story of the people we were, a long time ago, when humanity was young. I remember it all. The places, the names.
Speaking of
our flaws,
hints at the third game,
our fears, our clunky old bodies. I used to have regrets, but when I look back now, I feel nothing but love. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. But the bonds that were forged in those years, so long ago on that distant blue planet, those bonds were never broken. We are still here, and we are still human.
and we're back. We're done for real. No more scenes, no more DLCs. Haha. Yeah, so what are your predictions for where the story is going to go from here? What do you think the anomaly is? There's a lot of things it could be. I mean, the stuff comes to mind right away. You know, is it God? That kind of goes along with the hints of the themes of like materialism and faith and all that stuff. And sort of looking like, oh no, Elohim isn't God, he is a program, but the simulation isn't reality, but there's another reality, and just going back and forth on that. Could it be aliens, like from another universe or something? Maybe they'll go into the philosophy of scarcity, because the anomaly is like aliens sucking up the energy from our universe, and we'll end up competing with them. And we'll finally go into the real practical world philosophy of scarcity of resources and resource competition and power struggles and all those things that we real people have to wrestle with on a daily basis and that shape our real world, which is, you know, they did mention from time to time in the main game and in Isle of the Blessed, but they never really went into it. They just mentioned it, but it wasn't part of the narrative. And I feel like for a game that's all about philosophy, that is something that is sorely missing. Now, maybe the anomaly is time travel. Not really, but you know, there's always fun, crazy things that an anomaly in the universe could be. And if you've watched science fiction or read it or played other sci-fi games, maybe it is a glimpse into the afterlife. We've also had themes of afterlife in this series. From the first game, of course, Athena literally had an afterlife. She went up to the tower and destroyed the world and woke up in a new world. And everything was different. So it could even be considered an afterlife in the spiritual sense as well, because like literally the entire fabric of reality was different. But also in Orpheus Ascending, we had Sarabai seeing a light at the end of the tunnel and a voice saying it's not your time yet. And so maybe it would be kind of against the spirit of the game to have an afterlife like that, or to have a god like that, just because it feels like the themes have been like, okay, we don't want to rely on stories like that. We want to take control of our own lives and, the whole thing. So maybe they have new questions to talk about it. Maybe they have new philosophy. Like after the philosophy of the first game and of this game, of course, the third game has to be about some kind of new philosophy. So what kind of philosophy do you think they could go into in the third game? We already mentioned resource scarcity and competition and power. What about more positive utopian things? What about continuing the ideas of purpose and meaning and finding some kind of ultimate purpose and meaning in the cosmos? Perhaps it could be about entropy and the end of all things, how to find meaning in a world like that. But the difficulty with those ideas is because they're very far removed from anything that's significant to us today. Like, we do not have to worry about the heat death of the universe, because that's going to happen so far in the future that we don't have a name for the number of years it will be. It's a large number of zeros. They could go into the philosophy of what lies beneath philosophy. These games have been very logocentric, and I love that word. It's a word that's almost never used and nobody knows what it means. But this game has been very literal. It's been very talk about our philosophy, and we discuss it using words and logic. And that approach to thinking about the world is called logocentrism. Logos meaning language and logic, and centrism meaning it's the center of how we think. And so the third game could be about like a society or a group of people who is just so in the loop of words and debating philosophies and this and that, and because of that they've forgotten that there's a real world that has actions and consequences, and sort of getting out of that logocentric like thinking of like focusing only on language and logic and getting into the world of action and doing. They could get into the themes of theories versus reality. Because just because we have a theory of everything does not mean we understand and are enlightened about reality, because it's a theory. Theories are not reality, they are descriptions. And you can have multiple descriptions, even contradicting descriptions, that are all true because they all accurately describe the same reality. They could get into identity and consciousness, which is again something that we don't really have to deal with ourselves, but with robot civilization that goes out into the cosmos and can do whatever they want with their bodies and like live in multiple bodies, like make copies of themselves and like, oh, which one's the real me? But then they could join together again and like become one person again. Or two people who are born different can become one person, or one person can split off into 100 people who develop their own identities, or a giant like solar system mind who can only have their various nodes connected by the speed of light, and so therefore thinks very, very slowly, nevertheless is a conscious being, but then can like localize part of their thoughts into an android. And so part of them is thinking very, very fast while the rest of them isn't aware of what they're thinking. But then that information is getting transferred. And so the other parts of them, I mean, I'm a sci-fi writer. I think about these things. And then my last thought on the philosophy would be, if we live in a giant galaxy or universe civilization with great powers and solar system spanning minds, what is the place of the individual in that society? How can an individual live a life worth living, find virtue, do good, have purpose, find meaning in existence in that kind of a universe? Nowadays, we might think, oh, that would be easy. We could just play video games all day, or, But of course, we only say that because we can't do that right now. If we could, we get bored of it in a couple of years, or 100 years, whatever, So what do you guys think? And how long do you think it's going to take them to make it? I bet they're going to make another few Serious Sam games before they tackle it again. One thing I really liked about this last DLC was I feel they did good ludonarrative with the extremely hard puzzles that make you feel like you have to break the game in order to solve them. Because having struggled with depression myself in the past, that very much is how life feels. When you're thinking about yourself and your life and you feel like there's nothing you can do, you're just going to continue to be miserable, you feel like you literally have to break reality in order to get out of that mental cycle. And so this DLC, I feel, was a good representation and also a good message of hope. It's like you can push yourself so hard and you can break the bounds of what's allowed and you can make it through and you can find that truth that you're looking for or that motivation, or you can see the option that you didn't think that you could do, but it's really what you have to do in order to move forward. Like Byron confronting himself at the end and realizing that he did have what it took to steer society in the right direction. He just had to step up and run for mayor. All right, that is the end of the Talos Principle 2. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more puzzle games, more philosophy games, and other awesome games. I'll see you next time. Bye.